Hello everybody, Iain Robson here. Welcome to the edition of Banktikow. Alright, we got what's going on today. As you can see, we're here on field 9 working away with this combine here. This combine's just sitting there for the time being. We also got the forage harvester working away as well, and also the potato harvester right there. So got a couple things going on. It's a pretty busy day on the farm here, so let's go ahead and just unload this guy. And if you recall, we're trying to make some TMR using potatoes and the far silo mod, another mod from Upside Down there. So we're trying it to see whether we can get it to work or not. Based on what I've read and what I asked Farmer Beavis about, he said it's 10 to 40%. I think it was 10 to 40% potatoes, and the rest chaff. So right now we have about 20% worth of 20% worth of. Let's get out of this way. 20% worth of chaff, and then we'll use potatoes for the rest of it. So right now I got the MAN truck. He's going back and forth between that Crone forage harvester and this guy right here, or in the biogas facility up here. So we're going to see how this works out. I haven't done this before, so I'm kind of curious as to how it's all going to play out, but so far it's working, so that is good for us at least. So as you can see, I got the other tractor working there as well. So it's at the fill level of 26% now. So we're just going to go ahead and put the potatoes on here again. And what we're trying to do again is make TMR using the far silo mod. This is one of the ways you can go about it, is using potatoes in a bunker. We just happen to have this bunker right here. It's a good position for us because what happens is it's close to both the pigs and also the cows, should we ever want to start raising cows as well. So it gives us a bit of options for both, basically. Alright, so let's drive this back to the field. So I think that's my second or third load of potatoes on there, so that's 60,000 liters of potatoes. And we probably have enough now, but I'm just going to put maybe one or two more loads on there and just see how things go. Because I'm not sure. I am not 100% sure how that's going to work. This guy is just chilling out here for no apparent reason. Not being helpful. Alright, so let's drive him away. So he was in field 14, and 14's done, so. Oh, I know where he was going to go. He was going to go to the other field with the other combine that's just sitting out, chilling over there, not doing anything. Okay, so let's take this guy over there then. Go for a little drive. I really love driving around on this map. It's such a nice map to drive around on. Oh, there's even a little area over here. So this little area over here is the lake on this particular map, as you can see. And Farmer Beavis actually has his apple orchard just on the other side over there on his map. And I know that because I've talked to him about it, and that's where he put it in 2013. So that's where he's going to put it in 2015 as well. So I haven't gotten to the apples yet because there's just so much to do on this map already. But that is the situation. So all right, so this is the dreaded bridge, or for me at least. And here is the other combine. I'm just going to leave this here for the time being. I don't want to set it up because it'll take a while. But we do need to fire this guy up. We need to compact this. This is always the interesting part. Like, you really have to compact this a lot. Like, you can't just leave it. So with like courseplay, normally you would just let it drive over and then you compact it after the fact. But if you don't compact each level with a fire silo mod, you won't get proper fermentation. So it definitely adds an interesting element to creating silage. That's for sure. So. And also another interesting way of making TMR. So if you want to buy a TMR mixer, you could do it this way technically, which is interesting because I've never done it before. So, but you do really have to go over it multiple times in multiple areas just to make sure you get it. Because as you can see, there's the local compaction there, and if you don't make sure that local compaction's as high as it can be, you'll run into problems. Alright. That's probably pretty good now. There we go. Perfect. 97, 98, 98. Excellent. Let's do one more. Right over the middle, I think, and then we'll see what we're at. It should be pretty high. 98, 99, something like that. We're going to find out in a second, mind you. Oh, there's 99. Excellent. So just going to leave this tractor right here. Just idling here, and he's probably stuck on a... Okay, I don't know how he's stuck on that, but okay. Let's just follow this combine for a second here. I don't know where the combine's going, but we're going to find out. Oh, I see where it's going. It's just the way the field is laid out. Oh, that's interesting. Perfect. So he should be okay now. Yeah. I guess they're going... Yeah, we're gonna have a ton of silage. I've only gone around the field twice, and I'm gonna fill up that bunker. I'm fairly certain of that. Anyways. Alright, so one of the things I wanted to do before I forget about it is I found a placeable silo, courtesy of the UPK kit, so the Universal Process Kit. Also, this is, I asked Farmer Beavis to see what, if he knew of anything, and he said, yes I do, and he gave me a link. He actually did a showcase on it. I don't know how I missed it, but he did a showcase on it, so I apologize, Beavis, I missed it somehow. They gave me the link, and here we are with it, and I'm just trying to find a good place for it. So right now, the way it works is, you come in here, is it not this side? Right now we have it set up so, we come in this bottom half right here and go in there, and that is the corn and the canola. And then if you go down to the other side, this right here is the wheat and barley. And the problem I've run into, I've mentioned, is the fact that you can't really drive over. You run into problems with the trigger itself. So I'd either have to make the trigger bigger or try this. So I'm just going to try this out because I've never done it before. Just trying to find a good spot for it though. I guess technically something like down here would be a good spot. Apparently I can't put it farther down here for some reason. And the way it works is, if you look carefully, there's spots on each of the silos, and they only hold 500,000 liters, so you're kind of limited, which is kind of cool, actually, in my opinion. That's not going to work. Well, that could work, actually. Something like that, that's not exactly in the farm, but I think that's on the other side of the farm. That, No, that's not a good idea. I kind of like this idea because it's kind of out of the way, but also I can see the spot. Yeah, let's do that. I don't think I have anything there anyway, so let's put it right there. I haven't used that field for anything yet anyway, so excellent. Sweet. So what we're going to do is field 9. Let's go to this guy here. He's field 9, yes. So I'm going to fire him up first. I'm trying to drive him without starting him. That's the funny thing. Alright, so that placeable we just put down is on the west side. Oh, it actually shows up on the map? No way. Does that actually show up on the map? Did I place... No, I couldn't have placed 2 of them down. I can only afford 1. So one of the cool things about that particular facility I just dropped down is it actually comes with 10,000 liters of all the different fill types already, which I think is pretty darn cool. And B, there's a limited amount of capacity, which makes sense because in your main farm silo, it's like, you can take as much as you want in there, and you don't have to manage storage. I think it's kind of an interesting little level it's going to add to the game, having to manage storage a little bit. At least in my opinion. Not everyone's going to agree with me, obviously, and that's fine. But I just think it's an interesting little element to the game. And that's because, I don't know, I've been playing this game, Farming Simulator, for a long time, so it doesn't, even though it's a new version of the game, it doesn't change that much, so it's good to have a little bit of variation. So things like the multi-mowing mod, things like the fire silo mod, all those things. Speaking of the fire silo mod, I'm pretty sure the potato digger is, I imagine the potato digger is finished. Well, not finished, but full, I should say. Alright, so we're just going to drive over to our main farm now. I just put it up the main farm because that's where everything else goes to. So I'll have to re-record some courses, but it's not a huge problem. But it will always unload, and that's the plus, because I was running into problems where it wouldn't actually unload all the time, which was getting a bit frustrating. Because you would try to unload into the silo, and then it would just drive past it and not unload into it. So with this setup, it should unload 100% of the time, because the trigger is very easy to drive over. So that's cool. So yeah, that mod I just placed down, it's another one you need the UPK for. This is the Universal Processing Kit, so another great addition to Farm Sim. They've added so many cool little mods in this this time around with the Universal Processing Kit and all that jazz. It's been pretty nifty, if I do say so myself. Alright, so let's drive past the farm and then cut left. Nope, keep going. And I believe we go drive past here. And is there a turn here? No, there's not. But this is where we want to go, I guess. It's there, just right there. Actually, let's not do it this way. I don't want to drive straight through the field. Pause. So I guess we'll do it this way then. Take this last exit here. Or entrance, not exit. Alright, there we go. So, the one thing we're going to have to pay attention to, though, is how much is actually in this silo, because it does max out at 500,000 liters. I don't know if I have to double check if it's 500,000 liters per fill type, or if that's 500,000 liters altogether. That would be interesting to find out, actually. So here we are, and this is where we put our silos. So I made it nice and visible right there, which is excellent. So once we drive over it, it should become visible. There it is, perfect. And I drove too fast. There we go. Now here's what it looks like. They actually did a really good job on these things, if you ask me. So here's corn. If I could raise it up just a tinsy-wincy bit, I would, but this works out well because you can see what the spouts are. You don't need to see what. There's a little square down the bottom where it shows you where each of them is, but you get the idea. So there's canola, and here is barley, and then wheat. But how cool is that? I think that's really nifty, and it does have. Let's just double check here. Does it say? Yeah, new grain silo for the courts or the fields. Each silo has a capacity of 500,000 liters. So each of them has 500,000 liters, which is really good. And this same pack comes with a wood chip one, seeds. So one's fertilized. I forget. There's two different types of seeds. I can't remember which one's which. It also comes with fertilizer and lime, and of course our flag. So let's go ahead and put our flag down here. So this is actually a mod that wasn't actually a Canadian flag. I just adjusted it. So where should we put down our Canadian flag? I think I may have put one of these down already, but let's put it right down now. Let's put it by a house to make it seem as if it's our house. I don't think there's any houses around here. This is pretty much just a farmyard. Okay, we'll put it right in the end here then. There we go. Anyway, so let's unload. So as you can see, if I bring up the information, it says we have 10,000 wheat already. So if I enter into this, it's going to unload this. Now the curious thing I'm not 100% sure about is if Courseplay is going to register that as an unload point. I think it will, just based on who made the mod. I think it was Maru. Well, it was on Maru's website. Let's just say that. That's the same guy who made the pig fattening mod, for example. And he also made the no combine. combine outreach. He also made the pig fattening mod. I believe he made the chicken coop as well. If memory serves, at least. He made the chicken coop, but he made a couple other mods for 2013 as well. I don't know where this combine is going. There we go. I think he'll figure it out now. Or maybe not. There we go. He'll figure it out now. I'm not too worried about it. Or maybe I will put it into manual just so he knows where the heck he's supposed to be going. There he goes. Don't know why that was such a problem. Alright, going back to our guy here. So let's go ahead and we'll just take the road out. So the nice thing about this is it's not going to be a problem to unload. So like I said, I was running into problems where I couldn't unload anything, or it wouldn't unload completely because it was just a little bit too full, essentially. So there's our biogas facility in the back there, or not biogas, biofuel facility in the back. And actually what we should do is let's just check to see what our pigs are at and what they have. Oh, they have some manure and some slurry. Because the one thing we were lacking is slurry, but I progressed time one day because I was harvesting in the middle of the night and I realized, hey, I should probably record an episode, so I changed it so it wasn't in the middle of the night. We're going to field 9. So we can actually continue on this off, well, maybe we won't. Maybe we'll just go to the main road. Because there's roads everywhere, so. One thing I should have done though is I should have driven past a fuel point, because this is going to run out of fuel driving this far all the time. Oh well. We'll figure it out. Alright, let's drive this guy back to field 9 and then he'll be good to go. And then that combine should be able to continually roll. That was a terrible turn. Well, the combine will be able to continually roll, which is good. So, now the one thing is that because I have it unload, so I'll have to name it something unload silo or something like that, because it's not there's 2 silos now essentially. One that has unlimited capacity and one that's limited capacity, so I don't know. I thought it was a cool idea. I was looking for a decent one and I'm really happy that Farmer Beavis came through, so thanks again, Farmer Beavis, much appreciated, sir. So it's I don't know, I think it's a cool little mod actually. And the fact that it comes with other ones like wood chips and lime and fertilizer, I think that's really neat. So if you want to store it in different scenarios, you can easily do that on this map too. So for example, for our seed production facility, we could easily take the seeds out and put in one of those placeable silos I just showed you, or you can put it in the storage they actually provided on the map, because not every map has that storage though. That's the difference, right? So also, I'm pretty sure our silage is done now. Let's just slow down here. Make this turn. Here we go. I'm pretty sure our silage is done, so I should check on that in a bit. Man, this is super far away. Someone asked me in the comments why don't I get an overloader, and the reason is because I want the truck for other things mainly. But I think at some point it will be a good idea to use an overloader. Although I'm not sure if that's really more efficient. All right, so this is field 9. Unload. Oops, I have a capital lock. Oops, unload. And let's call this P silo, just so I know which one's which. There we go. Let's go ahead and just drive to the combine and unload him, or else if I don't, he's probably going to drive all the way back to that, all the way back there and come all the way back here, so it's got a ways to go yet, so It's about halfway done, it looks like, so it's not too bad. Alright, let's just unload this guy here. There we go. He's probably going to continue. Let's see if he just waits there. He may or may not. We're going to see. But yeah, I still like, I don't know why, but I like driving around this map. It's not every map that I like driving around, because not every map is picturesque or has lots of stuff to see, but this one definitely has a lot of stuff to see, which is really cool. And I appreciate it. So, excellent, he's almost done. Just wait till he's finished there, and then we have to go take care of the truck again. Deactivated. Drive course. Excellent. So if he goes and unloads that, I don't feel so bad. Ah, see, this is a problem. This is a big problem now. So now, because I haven't been paying attention, this isn't... So with the Fire Silo mod, this is going to be a big problem. Yeah, that's going to be a big problem. Yeah. Let's go ahead and see what we can do here. We'll drive along here quickly. But as you can see, so like in this context, like normally this wouldn't be a problem, but I have a feeling I might have to do some fiddling about to try and level this out a little bit, because each layer hasn't been compacted. So this might be a test layer to see what's what. We're gonna find out. We are gonna find out. Alright, it's not terrible. Alright, let's grab the potatoes here. This is for the other one. So much stuff, so many things going on at the same time right now, it's crazy. I think this would be a really fun map to play in multiplayer, actually. Like on a server or something. In my opinion, at least. I don't know. I know Toby Moby, Caravar76, and Farmer Beavers are actually doing a Let's Play or a co-op on this too, so... And it looks like they're having a ton of fun because there is a ton to do. So it really, really is interesting to see what they come up with, because there's so much to do on the map. It's crazy. Now, what I could also do in this scenario is I could grab my front loader and move some of this silage out of the way. So because the other layers will be compacted now, but this one layer won't be. So I'll have to adjust some of this, because this little part right here is only 40% compacted, which is not what we want. We want something, we want like 100% compaction all the way through, of course. But anyways, alright, let's get out of this guy's way now. Seems to be working out perfectly. I think that guy has like 20,000 liters, and this thing also has 20,000 liters, so it seems to work out really well. I don't know, I just like these trailers. They're probably too small for the map now, but I don't know, I just like them. I think they're a cool looking trailer. I think someone said a while back, deceptively large, because they don't look like they're very big trailers, but they actually hold 20,000 liters, so they're actually larger than you expect. There we go. So this is this, so we'll take a nice slow pace along here. There we go, and we'll unload in a second. So this is the way it should be done all the time, is a slow crawl across all of it, but as you can probably imagine, it's not always the easiest thing to manage. Depending on how much you have going on at the same time, I guess, though. That's really the key. So like in this scenario, there's just too much going on, it seems like. And it's making it more difficult to keep track of everything, which happens. Alright, so this is the important one, because this is making TMR. Silage I could do without. Actually, I did pick up another interesting little placeable the other day. I thought was kind of cool. Where is it here? It also uses the UPK as well. Where is it? Here it is. This right here. This accepts, what this does is it accepts chaff, essentially, so it accepts grass and chaff, and what it'll do is it'll ferment it into silage, which I thought was really cool. And that also uses the universal process kit. couple nifty little things in there, if you ask me. That one I just randomly discovered, and I thought it was kind of nifty, and I haven't tried it yet, to be honest with you, so I don't know how it works. But I imagine it would be fine, but you know, you don't know these things until you test them. Excellent. I think we could probably cover this now, I suspect at least, and maybe we'll get TMR. I may have to do a little bit of testing off camera to see what happens. Alright, there we go. Perfect. And where's our fine fellow friend? He is... Perfect, so he actually went, and I don't think that actually... It'd be cool if you could actually see how much you have in your silo. Oh, we have seeds here too. Totally forgot about that part. It'd be cool if it showed you how much you had in your silo, in the placeable silo, like from that screen I was just in, the information screen, without having to go to the actual place itself, but whatever. I'm going to grab this guy right here and set him on his way. I'm going to have him... Oh, he's way down here. Ugh. No, I'm just going to leave him there. I'm not going to even worry about it. Because if I move him anywhere else, it'll be like... I'll have to drive him back here, which will be just as annoying as having to drive him to a different field. Alright, so the question is that going to be enough? So we put, what, 2-3 loads of potatoes on there. And underneath we have chaff, so that should be enough. And if everything is good, we'll have 200,000 liters of mixed rations, which is a crazy amount. Could also make it with a mixing station too. That's always a possibility. It may seem a bit cheaty in comparison, but I don't know, the mixing station has always been a bit cheaty. It always has seemed that way, at least. And this is 32% full, so that, what? It's like 600, 700,000 liters, it looks like. There we go. And that's what, I don't know why that truck does that, but it's really annoying, because it'll do it like that, and the tailgate won't completely open, so. You can just turn this guy off for the time being. But this field, I think this is the way this field was actually planted is really nifty. I think it's really nifty. So I was trying to figure out what that sound was. But as you can see, they do little spaces here. So what you could do is you could drive your tractor up along the middle here and unload the combine. It also gives you space to turn around. So if you look at the very ends, so if I go back to this guy, if you look at the very ends, they gave you enough space to turn around, and that's actually a pretty big problem with some of these bigger machines, especially with potato diggers. Not this one's, but pull behinds. They're kind of annoying because you have to be straight on the row in order to actually start digging properly. Otherwise, you're just wasting material, essentially. Alright, let's head back to the potato digger. But it's kind of interesting the way that was even set up. Like, the person who made the map put a lot of care into preparing the map for people. Alright, let's check these silage bales here. I have a feeling they're probably set. And the survey says grass. Not quite done yet. Not quite done yet still. And this is still grass. And is that still A+? Yeah, see, that's what happens when you leave a bale out over time. So let's see how that's C, and I'm going to get $30 for that. But that one down there is 333, and it's A+. So once that turns to silage, that'll be probably worth like $3 or something. Yeah, so not quite ready. They need another day or so before they're ready to be used as silage. But as you can see, I have this field just chilling out, waiting to be used again. Although no, we do have the multi-mowing mod installed now. And I don't know how that's going to work out, but it should be interesting nonetheless. Alright, there we go. Let's head back to the field and we'll see what's going on over there. Just a really cool laid out farm, if you ask me. A couple people asked me to do a I was reading the comments yesterday or today. A couple people were asking if I could do a video on how to install mods, so I made that this morning. It's a 1 minute video. It's not crazy in depth or anything. So it's made. So I have a feeling people are going to ask questions about RAR files and stuff like that still, mind you. But most mods you download aren't going to be RARs. They're going to be zipped files. So if they're zip files, it shouldn't be a problem. But if they're RAR files, RAR is what I'm saying. I don't know. I'm not sure with standard Windows if you can do it, but there are programs you can get for free that would work just as well. Alright. Let's break away from him. He's doing this thing. Excellent. Good. Alright. It's funny, I don't realize it, but I find myself coming back here all the time now just because I'm paranoid. That's not going to work out the way I want it to. But it looks like we ended up being able to spread out that one layer a little bit, which is good. It wasn't too bad, from what it seems like at least. But this is the real, this one here, this is the real one I want to really be careful with, because it'll be a waste, a big waste. And we appear to be low on money, so what I will do is, let's back this guy up over this again, slowly. And let's take it a little bit of a turn here. Then we'll just drive over this, but we're not going to actually unload down here, because we want to keep it with potatoes. I think it's 10 to 40% potatoes, so I think we have pretty close to that, so we'll see how it goes. And let's unload here, like so. Nice and slowly. Kind of slowly, at least. There we go. So one thing I don't like about this trailer, that the little push function with this little plate right here, it creates problems. Because what happens is if you don't unload it completely in the silage, when you're doing silage, it seems to just stay there, which is kind of strange. Alright, let's do a quick little check. What is the price of wheat at the Gertrudenschraft? $930 a ton. Alright, so let's set this guy up to sell, like so. And selling wheat. There we go. Perfect. Because we're kind of low in money now. Alright. What else do we got going on? This guy seems to be alright. So that's the one cool thing about that. And where is this guy? So let's just drive quickly back to the farm. I just want to check on the seed facility quickly here. I just want to see how much we have, because I can probably pick up a little bit of the slurry from the other farm, and from that I imagine we'll be able to do some, we'll be able to make some more seeds, because we're going to need a crazy amount of seeds to seed all these fields. And I have a feeling our seeder is going to be a little on the small side. Just a thought, though. Alright. Alright, so I think what I'll do is I'll stop the episode there for now. It's 30, but we've been about 30 minutes anyways, and I'll do some of this stuff off camera, so you don't have to see more of it. Hopefully we can get some of it done. We'll see. And until then, folks, my name's Iain Robson. This has been Farming Simulator 2015, coming at you from Banktikow. Catch you guys later.